Leo Cloutier is brought to you by Posterfix.
This is Leo Cloutier with Malice to an End. We're here at Fenway Park today, and we have a friend of long standing as our guest, one of the greatest shortstops ever to play the position in the major leagues with the New York Yankees. I'd like to welcome to our show, now with NBC Sports, Tony Kubec. Welcome, Tom.
Well, thank you, Lou. You know, you said something a little moment ago, that one of the greatest. You get better the longer you're away from it. I know Joe Garagiola, now working for NBC also. We talked the other day and said, I wasn't a good ball player. And I said, well, I wasn't either. Average. He said, but the farther removed we get from the game, the better we get in our own eyes, and I think people begin to think we were good, too.
That's so true. But you were one of the greatest. No doubt about it, Tone. I've seen you play for so many years, did a tremendous job. And now you're with NBC. You must be enjoying your work.
Well, I do. I get a chance to have an association with baseball, and I found I missed the game, the playing on the field for the first year I was out of baseball, Leo, but more importantly than that, you get to miss the people in the game more than anything else, people like yourself and other players I played against and with. But my association with NBC now, I get to see a game Friday, do a game Saturday, once in a while a Sunday game and Monday game as we're doing tonight, and this is the important thing, just being close to baseball.
And Tony, you're making new friends with other players that you didn't have a chance to do before when you were a player.
Well, this is the most difficult thing as far as my job's concerned, because we don't follow a team like a local announcer day after day. We find that we might not see a team for several months, and then we do a game on Saturday. We've got to do a little more homework the preceding day and the week before, because we don't know a lot of these kids. Like this Boston Red Sox ball club, for instance, they've got a lot of new kids. Brett pitching tonight, a new young left-hander who we haven't seen yet this year, a lot of other young kids, and this is true over the whole league, so we have to do a little more homework.
I suppose so. Tone, you played in the majors for how many years?
I was with the Yankees 9 years, part of one season, the 62 season. I was in the service and didn't get out until August, where I played the last 2 months of the year and then played the San Francisco Series.
How many World Series checks did you win?
7 World Series I was in, and of course you're talking about great players and stuff. I was very fortunate, Leo, to be on Yankee teams that were some of the best ever. Our 61 Yankee ball club, where Maris hit the 61 home runs and Mantle had 54, Ellie Howard, Moose Gowan. We had a great infield with Pepitone at that time, Richardson, and of course Cleet Boyer at third. Yogi was on the ball club, some good pitchers, Whitey won 25, so I had an opportunity to play with some of the greatest. And when you talk about coming up to Boston and playing against some of the greatest, I had an opportunity to play against Ted Williams, which is a thrill that I'll never forget. And Ted right now is struggling down at Washington as a manager, but he's going to win some ball games, and he's got some fellas hitting down there, too.
There's no doubt about it. Tony, as a player, what is probably the greatest thrill you ever derived out of playing Major League Baseball, outside of putting on a uniform?
Well, Leo, there are 2 thrills. I like to break it down this way. I think there are personal thrills and there are team thrills. As far as personal thrills, my biggest was when my first World Series in 1957, my rookie year, when we went back to my hometown in Milwaukee, and the first game that my dad had ever seen me play in the major leagues, I hit 2 home runs against the Milwaukee Brewers. That was my biggest personal thrill. My biggest team thrill came the very next year in 1958. We lost the 57 series in 7 games. In 58, we were down 3-1 to the Milwaukee Braves at that time, and we went on to win 3 straight and beat them in the 7-game series. So that was my other big thrill, my biggest team thrill.
Well, Tone, it certainly has been a pleasure to talk to you here today, and I want to wish you worlds of luck in not your new field of endeavor, but in your present field of endeavor, and hope you have all the luck in the world and all good health for many years to come.
Leo, thank you so much. A pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Tony. This was an interview with Tony Kubec, the former New York Yankee shortstop great, and now one of the star sportscasters with NBC TV Sports. This brings us to the end with Malice to an End from Fenway Park. Until tomorrow at the same time, Leo Cloutier, good day.
To learn more about Leo Cloutier's sports world, go to leocloutier.com. Leo Cloutier is brought to you by Posterfix, where we bring your vintage posters back to life.